Hello. Welcome back to our German 1890 campaign, Blood and Iron. The war with Spain continues. They're well beyond their last legs at this point. They've got plenty of corvettes in service, but they have just one heavy cruiser and two light cruisers left. So our goal here is just to finish out this war so that we can, you know, move on with things. We've been at war for about a year. So we're going to save the game. We're going to make our backup. Check out the ships in service. Everything is fully functional. We added a couple of heavy cruisers to trade protection because the only thing they had left going for them is some raiding here in Northern Europe. So we want to try to get this war over before we're intercepting. Here we are. We're intercepting a raider. We want to try to get this war over before Germany or France or the Great Britain can jump into it on us. So there we go. It's down that way. So this is either going to be a heavy cruiser or a light cruiser because, it's basically all they send out to raid. But if it is the heavy cruiser, it'll be the last heavy cruiser that they have. It appears to be a light cruiser because it's either on par with us or perhaps one knot faster in terms of speed. Whether we can catch it or not doesn't, we're not sure. It's whoever's engine gives out first. It's probably going to go that way. But at least we've disrupted. Yet we're losing speed. We need to clean out the grates on our engines, and he's maneuvering a little bit. It's a good sign. That maneuvering lets us catch up. So at least we have a chance. We have a few shots at least of hitting them and doing some damage to the ship, maybe slowing them down. Okay, there we go. We're in gun range. Our coal stokers are exhausted. We need to get someone down there with the old whip and give them some motivation. 8-inch hit. Depends on where it hit, but there's potential there that we could have done enough damage to slow him down. Okay, yep. 5-inch hits, that's looking good. This is a Prince Heinrich class? Yes, it is. So that one less knot is actually having an effect here when it comes to intercepting raiders. These are only 20 knots compared to 21, which is the 21's kind of like the mark. Like I'm trying to think of like the proper term for it, but like the it's like right on the tip of my tongue, but it's what you want to aim for basically. I'll think of it here in like 5 minutes and just blurt it out. We don't want to get hit by a torpedo. Uh-oh, that's good. So we're going to go down to cruise speed. Maneuver. Because I think we hit the rudder. This is the chance you want here in this sort of situation where you can just pound the heck out of them. You just drive slow for a minute or two of real time and just hit them as many times as you can before they can get it fixed. It looks like we've got him. He's slowed down. There we go. Excellent. That one's a light cruiser. They only have one of those left now, I believe. Get some more money. Let's press for hard terms. There we go. Now the question is, what would we want? The Philippines sound pretty nice. We get 20 value here. Philippines sound good. The Northern Marianas, it's in Southeast Asia. We could take it. Guam, Southeast Asia, we could take it. Those are free. We don't want Puerto Rico. We don't want the Caribbean. So we take 6 points worth of territory and 14 points worth of reparations. Sounds pretty good. I mean, if we really wanted to move into the Caribbean, we could here, but I don't think it's necessary. It's too much of an expansion. We're not a gigantic power. So yeah, let's just take the money and a little bit of possessions. And it looks like the U.S. gets Puerto Rico and Guantanamo Bay, even though they did nothing really to earn it. Very cool. So let's build a couple of these like we said we would. We're not serious about building destroyers right now. You can't do anything with these things. They're too slow, they're too small. There's just not enough room on the hulls, these 300 tonners. So we're going to save the game. We're in a little bit of debt, but that's fine. We need to lose money anyway we need to get lower because we're getting too close to that halfway mark. Now we need to manage our tension with Britain. And in order to lose a little bit more money, let's actually, Philippines is a good base. It's 100 capacity. Let's, oops, I don't know what's going on there. Let's build a little bit of fortifications there. We'll do 4. Because in this era, fortifications are actually kind of useful. Alrighty. Tension went down due to the recent war. Yep, that's good. Oh, nope, not yet. Alright. So we want to find our slow light cruisers. That's no good. That's no good. Let's put this one here on foreign station. There we go. We lost those AMCs we built during the war, which is fine. But at least now we know how to do it. That's why I read all my comments. Okay. So we have our raw stocks. Those are pretty decent. We don't need to build any more light cruisers for a minute here. We can have like 6 of these brand new ones. I want to get these blue shirts finished. I want to start a new round of the Weisserberg class. There's the Navy Academy. So let's run the Naval Academy. We're going to keep torpedo warfare. We're going to keep gunnery. And we will also keep building up our Indian Ocean capacity. That's a nice 1% savings on hull design. With more ships in the Mediterranean that we can support, we're just sending them out, I suppose. Okay. So we finished a couple of our new Blucher class. So what we're going to do is 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 4 in the first division, huh? So we're going to assign those to the third division. These will take their place in the first division. Japan increases because they feel like we're being expansionist. Well, in this case, we are. So this goes to the first division. And then the next two that finish, we'll probably put into their own little division, and we use those as like raiders and trade protectors and whatnot during the event of a war. Let's check our dock size. It's still pretty good, so no need to go up on that. I do want to add a couple of guns right here because this is our only possession in the Indian Ocean that I know of. And it's a way to spend money without going to like too long term of an investment. Lighter machinery for destroyers. Let's raise tensions with Austria-Hungary. Because we do want some tension, just not with like the big powers. If we can get tension with Japan, well, Japan wouldn't be a great idea either. It's so far away. But like Italy or Austria-Hungary or Spain again, or I don't know, maybe Russia. Russia's kind of split into two halves. Like the fleet tonnage is a little bit deceptive when you look at Russia, because they do need forces Pacific, in the Pacific Ocean. All right, actually, let's assign this one here. Well, let's wait until this one finishes. Oh, that's all of them, isn't it? No, this one here. Why is there 7 months left on that? Oh, I added it much later. All right, anyway, let's build the Weissenberg. Actually, are there any lessons we can learn from it? Let's open the design. Let's build a couple more of these, like we said we were going to. We're going to give up a prestige to get some of our budget back here. Okay, save the game. Now we can look at building something. Still not a fan of our KEs. Like they're just so big and ridiculous, but there's no reason to replace them yet either. So let's go ahead and assign these to a division. We'll just throw them in the 10th division, who cares? So this will go into the first cruiser division. This will go into its own number 6. And then the next one that finishes will also go into number 6. That way we'll have 3 of the brand new Blucher class in the first division. Okay. Save the game as usual. France goes up when tension. Policy gaff. We could gain a prestige and attention by agreeing with them. We could lose a prestige and not have anything happen, or gain budget and 2 tension by let's be crappy towards Italy. Yeah, gain some budget. Because I have a feeling we're still in the aftermath of the war. We're gonna have tensions should still go down across the board. At least like maybe one more tick for each faction, probably. So we have a man. We have so much money compared to Japan. Okay, what can we do with all this? We could build. Let's see here. Let's check our heavy cruiser tonnage. 126,000. So we're better than France. We're better than Italy. We're better than Russia. So we hopefully won't get any of those prestige hits for not having enough. Light cruisers? I mean, maybe. I mean, this could be a chance to build the KEs, but the engines on them would not be fantastic. Nah, we'll wait a little longer on those. In the meantime, maybe we'll build some more light cruisers, because we do like light cruisers. We're going to need them around the world, and they're just fun to use in combat. So let's design some new light cruisers, shall we? Hang on. Yeah, we're 4 months away from the next blue shirt being finished. So let's. What if we were to build? So the raw stock costs 900 even. So let's see what we could design here. So it's 4,700 tons. So this is 5,000. Takes the deck down to 1 inch. Speed it up to 22, which is the important part. It has gigantic 8-inch guns. Let's get rid of all the tertiaries, all the secondaries, and we'll replace those with let's see here, port wing. Okay. So where are we losing the weight? Like where are we falling behind on the weight? Is it because they're 6-inch guns, or do the Rostocks have sixes? They do. They have 10 6-inch guns. So what? Oh, it's because we're doing 22 knots. Doing 22 knots instead of 21. Okay. What if we have to 5,500? That would do it. We would need ammo. 1, 2. So we have less firepower in terms of guns. What if we lose half an inch of belt? We wouldn't have any kind of immunity against 6-inch guns, really, at the ranges we fight. We'd have immunity from 3,000 yards. Anything under wouldn't be great, but what would we gain if we go down to 2.5? In 123 tons? Nah, it wouldn't let us put any more guns on there. 5,500 tons. This costs 150 more per month to build than the raw stocks do, but we gain an extra knot of speed. Yeah, that's probably fine. That's this would be the Lubbock class. The Lubeck. I don't know. It'll be something class. This isn't too bad of a design. For 1895, 22 knots, we get the double, like we get the double torpedoes on each side. Hang on, let me do it this way. Let's go port, and starboard. Nice. So it doesn't mix them 1, 1, 1, 1. So now we got, I don't know, just a little bit of ergonomics, I guess. I mean, this isn't too bad of a design. If we went down to 5-inch guns, I mean, what do we care more about? Do we care more about the firepower or the torpedoes and the affordability? I mean, we're not playing as Japan right now, so we can afford to spend money on stuff. But do we want to do it, like, do we want to just splurge or do we want to do it efficiently? So if we go down to 6-inch or 5-inch guns, we can lower the displacement. We save about 100 per month on by doing that. Honestly, don't think a little bit less than 100, really. I think having the 6-inch guns is better. So let's go back up to 5,500. Let's go back up to 6-inch guns. We added a little bit too much ammo on there. So yeah, this will be the Lubbock class. It will do. It's got 3-inch belt, so we can get in a little bit closer against the some of the secondaries on battleships and heavy cruisers and stuff. And before we start taking like terrible hits. All right, so we will keep the Lubbock or the Lubick, not sure, and we'll probably end up building 3 of them because that'll put us into just a small amount of debt. Oh, actually, might only be able to build 2 of them. Who knows? Let's see. We did take a budget hit there. Japan and Austria-Hungary are friends. Looks like we're going to lose budget no matter what here. So let's go for gaining prestige in the process and some tension. So let's build 2 of these instead of 3. And this is a chance to get back some budget. So we're going to say Italy is our next opponent. And just as my phone rings. All right, we're going to go with Italy as our target. Oh, hang on. Dang, that's a terrible time to get that message, isn't it? Save the game. Well, that 1% weight savings will have to go into the next design we make. We'll build another Lubbock class. And if nothing else, we'll end up building like 4 of these. Let's try to get some budget out of this. So we're at 220. Got a little bit. Nice. So let's build one more. So we could build like 4 of these and just have them to be like their own separate little class. And then later on, we can design a new light cruiser class to replace it with because we get the weight savings and all that going on. Okay, yep. Goes up, goes down due to the recent war. Let's extend our friendship with the United States. And yeah, we'll take another one. Why not? Another Lubbock class. We'll get some budget by stoking the fears of our poor leader. It's paranoia money. Tensions start going up again. French want to buy armor from us. Let's do it. Um, they're good with technology. They're gonna discover it on their own anyway. So we might as well get some money out of it in the process. They got average technological whatever. We're advanced. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. That's enough to pay for 5 months of building a single Lubbock, essentially. And let's see, it's 40. That's 20 capacity. We can go up to 40 next. So we might do this one and then stick with it. And we're probably falling behind a little bit on dock size. No, we're not. Okay, cool. We're still okay on dock size. Tensions go down here and there. Oil in Newfoundland. Let's gain a prestige by booting this guy out of the service. Save the game. We did finish this one, so it goes into the number 6 division. All right, so how are we looking here? Pretty good overall. Our battleships are getting close to being finished, so we can actually start transferring these into the what are essentially the backup battle divisions. 20 destroyers. Sure, I mean they're super cheap to build. Save. We'll build. They're 122 each, so we'll build 20 of those. Our battleships are finishing like next month anyway. We want peace with diplomacy. Or we want money with diplomacy. We don't want to push tensions too hard here. Okay, let's see here. Finish the next one. Oh, our unrest is going up. Well, let's give up a prestige. In order to not make everybody in the world mad at us. I think we went a little bit over budget here because unrest level is going way up. Let's get rid of this guy. He's above average, but he's a loose cannon. Yeah, our people are getting a little bit mad at us here. We're spending money too much. We can target someone like Italy here to avoid making someone more important mad at us. All right. So our budget's too high and unrest is shooting up. What can we do? Let's let it ride for a minute here. Eek. Nah, we don't want more of these things. Here we go. Let's do social reforms, please. There we go. That should help. That should help a little bit here. In truth, I don't know. We do have the second highest budget in the world, which is like, look at Japan versus us. Like, that's where we would be right now. Alrighty. So what do we need right now? We're still pretty good on heavy cruisers, although it probably wouldn't hurt to have some more, I guess. Those are probably what we lean on the most in battles is heavy cruisers. Let's give it a couple of months. All right. We did our we China. Let's try and lower tensions because so usually these like Chinese decisions, I think, like these sorts of decisions where you don't have expeditionary forces and stuff, they affect like the first four nations on the list here, like your main rivals. So let's try and get those down. Nice. Well, now we have to send it back up. Yep, went right back up. Well, heck if you do, heck if you don't. All right, let's design a new heavy cruiser class. So, nope, that's not what I was trying to do. There we go. So the Bluchers are 10,000 tons. They're 22 knots. Let's take them back to normal engine priority. 1-inch deck. They're medium fittings. Accommodation. We don't want torpedoes on there. It's 8-inch guns. So we can delete that gun. We can delete that gun. We could go up to like 4.5-inch armor, which would give us immunity from 2,000 yards out for basically 7-inch and lower. And it gives us a lot of 5-inch secondaries to play with. I think it's going to give us a limit here. What if we go back down to 20? Does it give us that ROF penalty? It does not. So that's actually, we'll go with 25-inch guns as secondaries. And maybe, what do we do? More armor? We check the gun data. That's pretty good. It would bounce off. We'd be bouncing a lot of hits. What if we go down and, hang on, we gotta adjust our ammo as well. So like 180? 185, 190. And then we can potentially lower the tonnage. But that messes with the secondaries. So then we do that. We do that. There we go. So these end up being cheaper than the what are they? The Rostocks? No, not the Rostocks. The other heavy cruisers we built. These end up being cheaper and smaller, the same speed. We get double gun turrets instead of single gun turrets on the mains, and we end up with a bunch of secondaries. So that's all that weight savings and stuff that we've been getting. And we end up with 5-inch belt. That is pretty good. So we're going to take this, and we'll probably build like a set of these, like 3 of these, to be a cruiser division. The other one is the Bluchers. The Bluchers is the other one. All right. Let's negotiate an agreement with, I don't know, this is maybe a chance to lower tension. So we'll go with Britain. Maybe it'll bring it down. No. Nope. No chance. Fair enough. I mean, they don't like us. We don't particularly like them either. And we'll be able to build a bunch of these, maybe 4 or 6 Oh boy. Let's just do average. We don't want to gain budget because, our population will hang us. We don't want to gain tension right now. We want to keep things about where they are. Wouldn't hurt to have Italy up into the yellow for to keep us from getting our budget slashed. Although getting our budget slashed by one tick here wouldn't actually hurt us that much, and I think the population would be a lot happier. I think our tensions just went down all across the board. All right, so let's build 4 of these, and then we'll be able to build one more. Actually, we'll be able to build. Let's build 2 more of these. So that'll be 6 of those when they finish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That'll give us 2 divisions of 3 each. And we will be the heavy cruiser superpower of the world. All right, let's assign these brand new Lubbock class to a division, if we will. Hang on. So the Rostocks, they're 1 and 2. So we'll do number 3 will be the new division, the new ships. We'll keep our newer ships in the top of our division list here. It'll make organizing a little bit better, and hopefully it'll be easier to remember as well. And they'll hopefully be involved in fights more often because they're attached to our fighting divisions here, the battle divisions. Japan, yeah, by all means. We're not in a conflict with Japan right now. What would Japan ever do to us? All right, let's go and assign these. I was gonna actually just delete a bunch of them, but they're only 8 maintenance per month each. Okay. We'll call these the V3 is the money class because we built them to get money. Okay. Now we assign these to. We have 1 and 7 and 1 and 10. 10 is, oh, it's a 19 knot. You know what? We're going to get rid of this thing. It's junk. Hang on. Can we rebuild it? Replace the machinery. Oh, it's because it's meant to be 20. It just can't keep up with its promises. 21? No. Doesn't look like we're going to be able to do that. So this thing is, yeah, it's too small. So we're going to scrap it. Yeah, sell it to Spain, give us something to sink in the next war. And these ones are 20. Can we rebuild these ones? They're 21. We cannot. So these old 20 knot light cruisers, they're just costing us money. And we can replace them with better ships. So the 9th Cruiser Division, that's right here and here. We'll put these on foreign station. There we go. And we'll eventually get rid of these, like these original light cruisers we had, and just replace them with like a little bit more standardized cruisers because these are all over the place in terms of their weapon. Look at the weaponry loadout. They don't match with each other very well. Okay. Anyway, we're approaching 40 minutes, so we will call it here for today. We need to find a way to spend some money. So let's actually look at that real quick. Are we building here? We're not. Do we want more? I don't know if we want any more capacity, but let's go ahead and do it. And what about here? We're still building. Like, kept seeing we were getting messages about having not enough capacity in South Africa, so we're going to do that. So there we go. So we're spending at least a little bit of money now. We're improving our outposts, and we're hopefully not going to get too close and get our budget slashed. And you know what? We're going to build the docks too. There we go. Save game. Uh, um, yeah, it's good enough. All right, so I'll see y'all next time. I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me. And until then, sail safe.